Alright YouTube, quick video on a weekend project. Couldn't find any videos out there, so I'm going to make one real quick. I've got a 99 Yamaha Waverunner. Issue was the trim system, the QRTS or quick response trim system. I can't remember what they call it. It was kind of sticky. So when you would go to change it, it felt kind of grabby and laggy and didn't want to change. So I figured this weekend I would lube up my my cable system that runs that. It's a 2-cable system that runs. You've got the one going on the front side of the grip, one going on the rear side of the grip, and basically one pulls the, you're looking at the nozzle, one pulls the nozzle up, one pulls the nozzle down. And the best way I could find via the internet and anything else to lube this system and to clean it all out and get the water out of it was to basically use tubing and clamp to it and pressurize this tubing, which I'm using a compressor to do so, to force the liquid through. Now it takes a while. There's a guy on YouTube that was doing this with a throttle system for a boat, kind of the same way. I think he was using a garden hose. The reason I wanted to do this video is to show you that it can be done with smaller cable diameters. This is a I think it's 5/8 outside diameter vinyl tubing rated at 120 psi, filled it up with WD-40. I used a 1/4 inch compressor fitting right here and a 1/4 inch to 5/8 hose clamp to basically clamp it on here and clamp it on down at the end. Now what I did do is I put Teflon tape on this compressor fitting, and I used electrical tape down here to build it up a little bit, and then use the C-clamp to compress it in there. But basically you leave it like this for about an hour or so, and it's going to slowly push this stuff through the system. I'm running about 25-30 psi on the regulator on the compressor to get this to push it through. I may have to go up a little bit because it is kind of moving a little slow for me. But basically what I'm going to do is, after I run the WD-40 to blow everything out, I'm going to come back in with some, I'm going to use 0 weight synthetic blend motor oil and fill it up and repeat the same process on each cable, which for this one there's 2. There's the, like I said, front and rear. I don't know if 0 weight's correct. I think it can be done with 5W30, 5W20, something like that, as long as it's a synthetic blend, kind of a thinner oil. I'm going to try it. We'll see what happens. But basically, as you fill this up and run this through, you may have to run this whole system through a couple of times, maybe 5 or 6 times, but until you've got the whole cable system all the way through the seadoo, or Waverunner, excuse me, until you've got it all the way through, it'll start dripping out of the back where the connectors are for the trim system. And basically, once you start seeing liquid come out of the back here, you can continue to flush it as much as you want. But I'm just going to do it until it looks kind of clean and it's not muddy or anything like that. It looks like natural WD-40 coming out. And then I'll repeat the process with motor oil. Now you're looking at a $35 cable. For this model, you're looking at a $35 cable if you wanted to replace the whole cable system all the way through and through. To me, that just wasn't a viable option that I was comfortable doing, so I'm going to give this a try. But you can also do this with boat motor throttle cables. I don't think you can do it with steering systems with a boat, but basically anything that gives you where you have a cable system that, see if I can get it to focus, cable system where it gives you a small hole right here where you can force liquid through to lubricate the cable all the way through the system. Alright, just want to make it real quick. Couldn't find a video, so I was going to do something to see if it would help somebody else out later on. Thanks.